Setter since we all right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Check, check, check. Five seconds. It's another strong start to the season for the Mapleton Lady Mounties, sitting at 11-2 overall and number 11 in the district RPI rankings in all of the Northeast districts. They go out of conference tonight to face the Northwestern Huskies team looking to get off the schneid. 0-13, but looking to get some improvement and maybe win number one in a major upset. We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have with pregame coming your way next.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season, it's a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Ooh. Hey, Joe. You're late. Ever since Joe joined our crew, everybody's really been paying attention to all the little details. The meeting doesn't start for 5 minutes. Not without a warm-up.
You got to get better every day when you're in here. Now let's get after it. That's better. All right.
Yes, Coach.
Pick up the pace. Let's pick up the pace and keep working here. All right?
Having a Hall of Fame coach around really has helped our crew with time management.
24-second violation.
Joe, it always takes a minute.
Take a lap.
Hey, Travis.
What's up, Ski?
Hey, there's something on the copier. You go grab that for me?
Sure. Yeah,
Thanks,
I got
bud.
you. Man, Guy can't do anything for himself, so lazy. Unbelievable.
What is that?
What's going
That's
on
a
here?
technical foul. You don't talk back to an official like that.
Wait, who's the ref? What's going?
Hey, I don't want any more lip. Get out of here and run some laps. Now go.
Okay.
Move it.
Jeez.
There's no letdown. Every day you got to get a little bit better. So let's get after it. All right. Let's have a break here. On 3, OH report.
Doing this. 1, 2, 3.
Ever since Joe's joined the team, our setup has gotten a lot faster. And I've been able to cancel my gym membership.
Dude, why are you checking the mic like that?
Joe's here today, and I'm not getting another 3-second call in the paint.
Huh?
Come on, Brian. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. That's better. That's better. Adam, that's good. That's really good, Adam. That's really good. No, don't lose the dribble. Berardi. What is that kind of a dribble is that? I mean, that's the slowest dribble I've ever seen. Come on. We got to work harder at this. We got to get after it, fellas. All right, you guys take a break. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Keep working, Travis. You might make the JV team. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. OH report. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH report. What are we doing? Blue 41. Hut. George, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Hey, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We welcome you inside the Northeast Ohio Accounting pregame show, live and free from northern Ashland, Ohio, where the Mapleton Lady Mounties look for win number 12 on the season. They sit at 11-2 so far, taking on a squad from the WCAL looking for its first win of the year, the Northwestern Lady Huskies. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skoronsky. And Ski, I've seen Mapleton twice. You've seen them once. This is a fun defensive squad. They kind of remind me of the Houston Texans from last night.
Yeah, they like to get after you. They're going to full court press basically right from the tip here tonight. And then on offense, too, man, they're not afraid to put up quick shots. They go after offensive rebounds with a lot of aggression. So I really like just the overall complete dynamic of this team and just the ferociousness at which they attack every possession on both sides of the ball.
Yep, and that's the main thing that this Northwestern Huskies squad is going to need to try and get through if they want to get win number 1. Now, last year they lost their top 3 scorers to graduation, about 28 points per game. We've looked at the scores so far this year. They've been held under 20 points 8 times. They've been running clocked 9 times so far this year. And, yeah, it's just not been quite the year for Northwestern on head coach Kirsten Hudson. But one thing, some of these players, they played a 3-point game against Mapleton one season ago, losing 46-43. So if there's anything, they know they can go up against this Mapleton squad. It's just, do they have somebody that can score the basketball?
Yeah, this roster is just littered with sophomores, so there's a lot of progression still to be made. Averaging under 20 points per game is a number that you just have to bring up now that you're at the midway point. Over the second half of this season, this is going to be a challenge for them, of course, as we talked about, and just all the pressure that Mapleton is going to apply. But this is a good test for Northwestern to step out of WCAL play and see what they've got against a team that's going to try to speed you up and get a nice, clean look before they get right back into the thick of WCAL action against some of the top threats in the league.
And one of those players that needs to get something going. She's only played 3 games. She got back on the floor on the 27th in their 1-point loss to Rittenden, but Savannah McConahay, 2 points per game, but she is a presence underneath. 6.3 rebounds, and she also can get out there and get you 2.3 steals. You're going to see this a lot with Northwestern, the small points per game numbers, but like I said, if she can get it going underneath, maybe get some offensive rebounding, she may be that bright spot for this Northwestern squad.
Yeah, and I think probably the best way to overcome some rough offensive outputs are just offensive rebounds, simple putbacks, and I think that's what number 13 can bring to the equation. Now back into the lineup. Let's see what type of difference she can be underneath here tonight, just being scrappy and trying to make some plays, get some second chance opportunities.
Now let's take a look at the team spotlight for the 11-2 Mapleton Mounties. Out of 36 teams, it's broken into 4 districts in the Northeast District. They are number 11 out of all 36 teams in D6, and that includes like Waynedale, who knocked off 2 state-ranked squads in Ashland and Norwayne. Teams like that, they're averaging 20 steals per game. You talked about that defense. They're doing that so far, and they have 5 running clock victories.
And they've got a lot of different players that are really capable of handling on the perimeter, that can take the ball off the glass, push out in transition. Obviously, Coach's kid, Addison Hess, she's a star. I love the different dynamics that she's able to bring, but there's a lot of team chemistry that I saw when they were at the Cougars Den last week. That it's applicable every single night. When you share the basketball like they do, and you're just constantly getting after your opponent on the defensive end of things, you're going to win a lot of games, and that's why they've got 11 in their first 13.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break for the anthem. When we come back, player spotlight for Mapleton, keys, and tip-off of this one.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Back here to wrap up the Northeast Ohio Accounting pregame show, just moments away for this non-conference battle between the WCAL's Northwestern Huskies and the Firelands Conference Mapleton Mounties. And we've talked about the team spotlight for Mapleton. Now for the player spotlight. She's going to be spotlighted a lot here in the next 2 days on the OH Report. That's Audrey Hellickson. She's the team leader in points per game and field goal percentage, shooting 48.8%, averaging 15.2, 5.2 rebounds, 3.6 steals. She does it all, but that's like everybody on this roster. Just so many good things that they can do overall, rebounding, steals, assists. I could have put any stat up there because she's a leader, top 3 in each.
I believe she leads the Firelands Conference in overall scoring as well, and her teammate Addison Hess is number 2 right now within the FC. So a great primetime player, and she's a senior too, and you can tell that she's coming back from an injury, and this was very, very important to her to cement her legacy as the final time that she'll get a run through with these girls in her career, to really want to leave a lasting memory here with this program. And I really appreciate how she's able to bring it both ends of the floor. Definitely is one of those that stands out. You'll see her early on in this game. Yeah. She is a stud.
And if you'll see more from her, Joe Baylaw around the arena with her tomorrow night on the newest episode of The Joe Show. Now time for keys to victory in first four, those Mounties of Mapleton High School. And the 2 keys for me, Ski: turn up the heat. It's cold outside, but they can turn up the heat. Do it early. Turn it over. Get out. Get this game out of the way early enough, and that'll allow you to share the wealth. Get some of those other role players that don't get a lot of time. Get them in there, because you never know once you get the tournament time who you're going to need.
And I think that you could have kind of a different alliteration for that, too. They average almost 15 assists per game. That's pretty good. So you know that they're able to produce good looks based on a setup pass. So sharing the wealth for them, obviously try to get some of the younger players into the mix here tonight, and do it by setting up your teammates. I'd love to see a lot of assists, more than 15 tonight.
Yeah, that would be a big key for them all around. Now the keys to victory for Northwestern, and it's just so simple. Ball handling. You got to be able to control yourself against this pressure that Mapleton is going to have, and then take open shots. If you're open, you got to take the shot, because you're not going to get many of those.
You're absolutely right, Travis. Clean looks aren't going to come easy against this Mapleton defense. When they're there, you have to try to capitalize, and handling the pressure. Nobody's really done an excellent job of that so far this year against Mapleton. They average a lot of takeaways every single game. So I think that's going to be the most pivotal for them in trying to just come out here and competing here tonight.
Want to welcome everybody watching live and free tonight on the OH Report. Let us know where you're watching from this evening. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you right back out. Just about ready to go here. One of 3 games here on the OH Report this evening. On YouTube, Channel 1, you have Northmore and Centerburg boys basketball. The Golden Knights leading by 1 there. And then on Channel 3, Buckeye Valley taking on Worthington Christian. It's 20-9 in favor of Buckeye Valley. Another very good girls basketball squad here in North Central Ohio and Central Ohio, Ski.
Undefeated, looking to go 14-0 tonight, man. What a pickup for the OH Report to just jump right into Buckeye Valley in the best season that they've had, maybe ever, if they keep this going right now. So 3 different games you can flip around on tonight, but we want you right here with us in Mountie Country to see if the Huskies are able to compete here early, get a little bit of confidence, or does Mapleton come out here flexing on them early?
And we are ready to go here from Ashland. Mapleton and Northwestern. Can the Mounties cruise to 12-1, and they win the tip early on, and there is our spotlight player, Audrey Hellickson. Quick pass to Addison Hess, and then into Emily Beecher. Almost got it turned over, gets on the floor, kicks it right back out to Hess. Left side open 3 for Audrey. Off the mark, but an offensive board. And then a jump ball, and it'll go the other way. So an offensive rebound, but it turns into a turnover. And a good look, but nothing doing so far for Mapleton.
And Mapleton's one of those teams as well. You saw it on that first possession. As good as they can be with the basketball, they're equally willing to give you chances to pick it off and get going the other way. So for the Huskies, you got to be able to capitalize when you have those chances as they turn it over for the first time.
Yeah, Troyan didn't get across half court. Was an easy steal. It turns into 3 points. Just like that, Aubrey Hess makes it 3-0.
Just a youngster, but a really pure shooting stroke. And another bad giveaway here off the inbound, and quickly 5-0.
Audrey Hellickson gets the steal and the bucket, and we are going to get a early timeout by Northwestern as Mapleton just off to a strong start. Kind of expected with the defense that they have here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of juice in the building as well. In the student section, the guys, they're all rowdy. They're masked up, all wearing black, so they're trying to bring it to the opponent here early on in this game, as they have. back-to-back buckets here. 2 out of their first 3 shots going down. Great sign here for the Mounties, and I think the right time, even though you're less than a minute in, to go ahead and burn a timeout here if you're Northwestern. Settle things down. You've seen the full court pressure now. Try to alleviate some of that here with a little bit of a better sequence than they just had.
Once again, they're going with the home run ball. McKenna Conley into the lane, but hits the front of the rim. Luckily, they will get an offensive rebound there as Lacey Butler tracked it down. They will get their first full offensive possession here of the game, but that's quickly ended. Another turnover, another steal. Hellickson into the lane, got it.
Yeah, Audrey's she's so gifted at being able to push the pace, put the pressure on you as a defense, and the rip straight to Rack City, puts it in. Great start here for Audrey.
Back come Northwestern into the lane, and, well, that's been the name of the game so far early on. As another travel here, this time it was Madeline Smith. Tried to take it in, but then saw a defender shuffle the feet, and that's the 4th turnover already.
If you're Mapleton here offensively, come out here, hit a 3, go up by double figures. I mean, really just try to step on your opponent's throat and let them know, not in Mountie country, not tonight. I think this would be a big possession for them to send a message, and there it is.
Hellickson could have taken it to the hole. She said, no, I'm just going to stop with the mid-range and hit. It's 9-0. And another steal knocked out of bounds, and it will stay, well, it will go over to Mapleton as you see the end of that jumper from Audrey Hellickson, who, like I said, shooting 48.8%. Now it's more closer to 50% after her fast start. They'll get another chance on this offensive rebound. Addison Hess, yes.
Yeah, she likes that downtown view, and probably the best pure shooter on the team. Very well-rounded player, and a great sign for her to cash in there on the bomb.
But back at you. Come the Huskies, 3 in the air by Addison Conley, and they're on the board 12-3.
I think that's a big basket for them and just their psyche. Anytime there's a goose egg up on the board, you're just a little unsettled about how things are going, of course. So to at least get that 3, now they got something to build off of going into their next possession.
An extended 2-3 zone here. If you can't play it right, you get a lot of 3-point attempts in, and you see it right here from Aubrey Hess. A bit short, but there's Hellickson with the board. Kicks it right back out. Top of the key to Addison for 3. That's in and out, and finally a rebound taken away by the Huskies. There's Conley, who just hit the 3. Kicks it straight away for another one, but that's off the backboard and into the hands of Hellickson. I said take open shots. They did. That one was just way offline.
Yeah, you're going to live with that every single time as the coach and as the players out there on the floor. You got to be able to convert those when you get those clean looks, but don't have a chance to knock them down if you don't take them. And how about that entry pass inside? Hess getting loose.
Just snuck inside to get the bucket. She's got 5. It's 14-3. Lacey Butler overthrown out of bounds. Let's take a look at the nice cut here. Just got around the screen against the zone. Nobody's guarding you like that. And she was able to slip in for the bucket. That's a nice zone play by the Mounties.
Yeah, they call it a little flex cut right there. Just kind of fake to the outside, cut back into the interior, and nobody went with her. So you're going to take that if you're Mapleton all day long.
Hellickson's off the mark. That rebound taken by Smith. But given right back again. Mid-range jumper off the glass. No offensive rebound. Under 4 to play, first quarter, 14-3, Mapleton with the lead. And it'll stay that way for a moment. Beecher could have put it back up. Instead, she'll get the pass back and is short. But another rebound.
And that corner has just been the hot spot so far. That far side, a lot of clean open looks so far for the Mounties.
And they will get back into their offense. Entry pass deflected out of bounds. It will stay. As we take a look at the Studio 42 replay. Kendall Ramey in for her first time tonight. Ramey averaging about 4 points per game.
That'd be tops on the Huskies so far this season. Kind of crazy
tough
to see their leading scorer just 3.5 points per game.
Ramey gets it inside the Beecher. Double team, will kick it right back. And almost a look for three. Good closeout here by Northwestern on this possession. Finally an open look, goes in and out, and a good stop by Northwestern on that possession there. 14-3 still to score. Northwestern looking for its second bucket of the game. Entry pass, and we're going to get our first foul inside. So that's going to go against Emily Beecher. That's her first. So you're seeing Northwestern, they're kind of calming down now, getting into a good closeout defense, forcing some not so open shots, and now they just got to get it going offensively, as that'll be a jump ball and a change of possession.
Just getting into the mechanics of their offense has been a struggle so far here through the first 5.5 minutes. If they're able to establish a ball handler that could just make that initial entry pass, that'll really help start them at least trying to find a flow.
Hellickson gets it inside. And free throws upcoming.
Just another good, clean look down on the block here. And that's where the Mounties have had a lot of success, that area of the floor right there. Though she misses the first free throw attempt. And Huskies going to get a couple fresh bodies back in the mix.
Yeah, Peyton Frey had a good post move there, but unable to hit her first free throw. Second one will go. She goes 1 for 2. Frey coming into the game, shooting only 22% from the line, so a little bonus there. She went 50%. Mapleton gets the jump ball. It will stay with Northwestern, though, with 2:19 left in this first quarter. And kind of as expected, Mapleton out to a fast start.
Yeah, no question. Going to drop back here in half-court man-to-man. So here's an opportunity for the Huskies to try to get that offense going, but just like that, kind of on cue, Mapleton, aggressive, diving on the floor, and forces another takeaway.
Addison Moser turns it over. This is Addison Hess, kicks it back over to Hellickson. Fast ball movement, but for naught, almost turned over. Somehow it gets back into the hands of Mapleton. Addison once again backs it out for a second, gets it left side. Hellickson straight away off the glass, no. And Northwestern will turn it over. The 10th turnover on that change of possession already by Northwestern here tonight.
Very similar to what I saw in the Crestview game last week, where the Mounties, it's hard at the beginning of the game because you just haven't seen pressure quite like this. Can't really demo it out in a practice. So a lot of teams are going to get off to slow starts, as we've seen so far here halfway through the season against Mapleton.
Into the lane, deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay, but even with a drive down the lane, Mapleton picks up the defense as that's deflected out of bounds by Chloe Hardesty. Northwestern with 1 bucket so far, a corner 3. Oh, and that's an offensive foul. Anytime you see that elbow go into the chest, it's going to get called.
McConahay with a little bit of frustration. You could tell it right there. Great pressure on the perimeter, suffocating, taking all the space out of the equation right there, and kind of lost her cool in the moment. Ends up picking up the foul.
Second foul against Northwestern, and we'll get the second foul against Mapleton on the rebound. That'll be on Fry.
Young player battling inside. A little too much contact right there, trying to chase down the loose ball.
Final minute of this opening quarter, a 12-point Mapleton lead. And that'll be a foul against Hellickson. And you will see that from teams like this where you're always amping up the defense. You're trying to get the steals. You force 20 turnovers, but you will get a lot of fouls called on you, and sometimes you'll get a lot of turnovers as well. And that'll be a turnover right back. This one unforced, though, as standing on the line receiving it was Lacey Butler. See if Mapleton maybe holds for the final shot or gets an open look somewhere else. That'll be another jump ball, and that'll be a change of possession. Oh, no. Instead, they'll get a foul. My fault.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there. It looked like both teams are just going down battling, trying to exchange a possession. 3 team fouls now on each side, but that's number 2 now against Savannah.
Yeah, McConahay in a little bit of foul trouble here early on. Hellickson gets it into the corner. That's Addison Hess. Back out to Hellickson. Skip pass, nice interception there. Right into the hands of Butler. That'll be deflected out. It'll stay with 18 seconds. Plenty of time here for Northwestern to try and get something offensively and get a shot up before the buzzer. 12-point game here. Bobbled but kicked back out. McKenna Conley into the corner to Troy and rejected. Gets it back. 8 seconds. 3 in the air. Off the front iron, no. And it'll go into the hands of Hellickson, so they'll get a chance with 2 seconds. 1 from half court, off the mark, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. Mounties defensively stellar. Offensively getting it done. They lead by 12 after 1.
T-shirts. Anybody want T-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Back here for quarter number 2. As just underway, and you'll see it's deflected out of bounds, and we're back to action. Twice, hands in the passing lane. You always talk about getting steals and things like that, but hands in the passing lane, very important for a good defensive squad. Even deflections can throw you off.
See, Mapleton's fantastic at it. Love watching them play on the defensive side because they are ultra aggressive within the passing lanes. Every now and again, they'll give up an easy basket, maybe on a diagonal, but more often than not, it's fortuitous for them. Allows them to get out on the break often.
And we're going to get a push foul here, as that'll go against Emily Beecher. Take a look at the replay here. Just a little too much body in the corner, and that'll be her second foul.
Pretty good atmosphere here on a Tuesday night, outskirts of Ashland, and especially against a team that comes in 0 wins so far on the year. So I got to give a lot of props to what the Mapleton student section and the boys are bringing here tonight, making it a big-time environment for their girls on what would be normally kind of a mundane, regular off-to-the-week start, and it's much cooler because of them.
Yeah, and they look like they're about to go, rob a bank maybe? I don't know.
Well, I told you,
with the mask.
I was joking with a couple of them, hey, if you guys are about to hit up the concession stand, maybe get me a Snickers bar. And one of them calmly, with a straight face, looked at me and was like, not that you've seen my face now. I'm not a tattletale, buddy. Don't worry.
Addison Moser called for the foul as the inbounds is off the glass. No good. Back comes Northwestern looking to get its second field goal, and that's airballed right into the hands of Chloe Hardesty.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right there. Step back three into the corner. But for Northwestern, got to take some chances here. The three-pointer can be that great equalizer.
Corner just inside the three-point line. Hardesty, one and done. It's a nice box out.
Yeah, that was perfect that time by Madeline.
Rebound only 10-7 so far in favor of Mapleton, but it's just a lot of one and done, unable to get it going so far on the offensive end. They've gotten some transition buckets, a quick 5-0 start. Other than that, Northwestern playing pretty good defensively. And that'll be a double dribble. However, they've turned it over 14 times already.
And that's a freshman out there playing a varsity game on the road, Addie Whitmer. Double dribble. Tough start here for the Huskies, but kind of on par for the course. Almost 30 turnovers per night for them, Travis. So with this young roster, that's something that they're going to have to try to clean up.
Quick ball movement once again. Ramey with it. Works it around left side. Kenzie Hellickson off the back of the rim. No offensive rebound. Put back up and in for Emily Beecher.
Easy buckets anytime that you're just lurking around the rim. Second chance points always so valuable by the end of the night.
17-3 to score. Addison Connolly travels, and we'll take a look at that rebound and bucket. Brought to you by Studio 42.
She's brought a lot of juice so far out of the floor as well. Number 12 flying around when she's had her opportunity so far, and that's a good way to catch the coach's eye, pulling down those offensive boards and having the ability to put them back in for points.
Bad pass there, fourth turnover on Mapleton, and it's going to lead the free throws on the other end. As a strong take down the left side by Nicole Troyan. You see it right there. Hellickson called for her first foul. We are going to have some free throws inside the Sutton Bank free throw zone.
It's the best way to try to get yourself back into the game, too. Clock settled, no time coming off. Conversions are useful, though, when you get these opportunities.
Second free throw, true. So both teams 1 for 2 from the charity stripe early on. 17-4 is the score right now. Aubrey Hess nearly thought about the three, but gave it up. Into the corner for Beecher. Beecher's got another.
Starting to feel herself a little bit now, too. Girl shoots it pretty well all around the floor, specifically at the foul line where she's probably the best within the Firelands Conference. Nice short corner jumper right there.
Oh, nearly a steal that time as Ramey came out of her position. Does it again. Ball's on the ground. Where's it going to go? Still on the ground. Playing Fumble-Rooski here. That's going to be a jump ball finally, and Mapleton will get it. A lot going on right there. And that's how Mapleton likes to do it. They like to muck things up as well. Only two teams have really taken that pressure so far as they turn it over, and those would be New London as well as Norway. Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter. That's blocked and rebounded.
Yeah, they had Savannah down on the block, too, and she kind of gave the big eye roll to the guards on the perimeter that you got to find her, and they've been finding Emily so far here in this second quarter. Another nice diagonal cut. Pretty strong catch here in traffic. 3 blue jerseys around her, nearly capped that one off, but we'll have a chance. 90% free throw shooter to step up and try to cap off a couple.
Yeah, Beecher to the line now. And we apologize for the announcer jinx.
Not a jinx, just saying the numbers. She was 16 of 18 to start the day, so one of the very few misses that she's had all season long.
And a lane violation is going to give her another chance. So scratch that miss off. Whatever helps. And she will have one more here. And she takes advantage.
Kind of the interesting way that she gets into her rhythm, a few low dribbles, has 1 foot back, brings it up at the last moment, not even eyes on the rim, and there's no good way to really express how to shoot a good free throw. It's all just your personal feel, but I love watching the different ranges and varieties that people get themselves prepared to shoot a free throw.
Good patience by Northwestern. Ooh. Forced up the shot, though. Offensive rebound, and a couple more free throws coming up here. Is Madeline Smith able to get in there?
Yeah, but that was all Savannah just being able to weave her way through traffic, got by a pair of defenders, put that up, and then Madeline Smith crashing the glass from the backside, using her height to her advantage.
Off the mark for the first. 4:19 left in the half. It's 20-4 in favor of Mapleton, as both free throws will not drop.
Then Addison, like a bowling ball, watch this, after she comes out, boom, knocks one to the ground, boom, knocks a second player to the ground. And didn't really take her off balance, so I'm guessing Coach might have a nice little weight system at home where the squat rack is available anytime 24 wants it.
In this game, be the bowling ball, don't be the pin.
In any game, I think, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Hardesty into the corner, and Hellickson. Kenzie traveled. That'll be the 6th turnover against Mapleton. She kind of got caught off guard with that defender coming into the corner and took the extra step.
And when you play at the pace that they do, mentioned it in the first quarter, but there's going to be opportunities as a defense to be able to speed them up to an extra level. But that's what Mapleton does to their opponents.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe better than anybody, as Aubrey gets out ahead of the pack, and she'll have a couple of free throws on the way. But just a really keen decision here to get it into the hands of their premier playmaker. Let Addison make that long court pass here to set up her sister for the free throws.
57% from the line is her, and she hits the net, but the front side of it, no good. Maybe a little nerves that she's on the OH report tonight. She makes up for it with the second. 3 trips to the line tonight for Mapleton, all 3, 1 for 2. Final 3:55 of the half now. Mapleton finding its footing here offensively.
Oh, what a pass there by Savannah. She's really starting to find a nice rhythm here with the ball control. Watch this from start to finish. Look at, she takes on all 5 defenders at one point there, and that's a gorgeous pass too.
Yes.
But maybe even a better effort there by Emily Beecher to get back into the equation, outstretch that nice lanky arm that she has, and make it a tough shot on the interior there from Madeline Smith. If not, should have been an easy deuce.
Yeah, I mean, gotta love a very good bounce pass like that in traffic. And she has shown the moves with the ball handling so far. The lone bright spot, you think, from Northwestern is this is what you're getting with most of the rest.
Yeah, and they've had her featured in the half-court set on the block. She'll go back to her here, but the way that she's been able to handle the pressure, unlike anybody else, I'm probably taking McConahay up and then letting her dictate how the play is going to start.
Yeah, it has to. It seems like it needs to go through her.
Because they can't seem to get her the basketball, Travis, if she doesn't start with it.
Yeah, either that or you get her for a handoff. But nothing really has worked so far. Hellickson loses the handle, keeps it, gives it to Frey, and she's fouled. And we're going to have more charity stripe shots.
Yeah, just sleeking her way down the sideline. Great job of keeping the feet in bounds. Finds Fry there, and she's at the free throw line, though, just 22% on the season. So she could certainly take those totals way up with some makes, but I think a little draft might have come through for that first one, Trav. That was
somebody got to close the door. That's happened twice in the last 2 sets of free throws here.
It's actually a little warm in here tonight. Might be the cashmere that I have on, but I think an open window would be welcome.
Seconds missed. It's pinballed around, and it stays in the hands of Emily Beecher.
Yeah, she's been great here in the second quarter.
Hellickson for 3, bit too strong. And a good one-and-done rebound there by Lacey Butler. Three-quarter court press, but they find their ball handler. This is McConahay. Gets it off, extra pass. And good job by Mapleton, just going straight up and down to get the block there. Not fouling, and they get it back. Here's the replay of that, Brian, and I'll tell you what I mean right here. They did jump, but they're going straight up and down. And all it touched was the ball right there. Great job by Fry.
She's got awesome length. They've got about 4 girls right now on the floor that their limbs are probably just a little bit lengthier than your standard. And speaking of which, here's one right now from the corner, bottoms up, and it's going to force a timeout here from Northwestern. They're seeing this starting to balloon out of control.
I mean, watch this whole sequence here. You get the screen perfectly executed. Great job by Emily Beecher. Just stands her ground, doesn't move, doesn't get called for the moving screen, but does enough for Addison Hess. And the defender did something wrong there. Tried to go above the screen instead of below, and that gave enough chance. We'll just take a look at that replay one more time. You see her going. She goes below that, she has a better closeout, but because she went above it, it gave more time for Chloe Hardesty, for Addison Hess, I should say, to get on target and nail it. This was only an 11-point game after one quarter, but this 9-1 run, Mapleton's finally playing Mapleton basketball. Sometimes it takes a minute or two, but when you play very good defense, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get offense going. You're probably going to be in the lead.
And they've been smashing the competition so far. You look at their points per game margin, it's right around 23 points per game. They hold their opponents on the season under 29 points per game, Travis. So as much as we've really given a lot of love to the Mapleton offense, and for good reason, because they've just got defensively, they're going to turn you over, and they're also going to hold you in check in terms of your total output. Less than a point per minute. That's really strong defensive effort, and maybe their best work so far of the season. Northwestern stuck on one made field goal so far.
Yeah, that's I saw that with a team in this same district as Mapleton. Smithville against Doughton was held to one field goal in the first half. Got it going in the second half. Cut it to 7 points, but Doughton was still able to get the big victory. Hellickson, strong take after getting fouled. Doesn't complete the hoop and the harm, but she will get 2 free throws, as that's the third foul against Troyan.
And nobody gets to the line more than this young lady in the Firelands Conference. I mean, more than 60 attempts so far on the year. But this might be where it could hurt them against a good team.
Yes.
As a team, 52% from the free throw line, and outside of Hess and Beecher, there's nobody that you're really confident when they go to the line. As Beecher ties this one up, it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow. We'll switch it over to Northwestern.
Yeah.
But that might be the only weakness that I've seen so far with this squad.
And they will, once they get into the tournament time, we'll talk more about the RPI and what it looks like for them in the second half. But they get the defense going like it is. It can cancel out some tough shooting nights, as Hellickson, 8 points already. They get another steal, and Hellickson's got back-to-back buckets in about 5 seconds.
She was just camped out in that spot, kind of knew that the ball was going to come to her eventually. First player in double figure scoring now, Audrey Hess.
And on a 5-second violation, another turnover, the 20th against Northwestern. And just like that, Mapleton getting into possible start the second half and running clock territory. Quick ball movement just inside the three-point line, short. And we will get a foul off the rebound, and it looks like Savannah McConahay is going to be getting free throws. They're called Peyton Fry with her third.
You know, I think that's the right call, crowding her a little bit, and the referees are trying to tell her, you know, maybe tone it down with a little bit of the elbows, but just trying to create a little bit of space. And, you know, you feel suffocated sometimes, and especially you look up at the scoreboard in the way that it is. So for Savannah, I don't really blame her having that reaction, surrounded by a couple of different defenders, and great opportunity to get a couple points here.
Unable to do so. They're 1 for 5 from the line. Both teams a combined 4 for 15 so far from the charity stripe. That just any coach. Good thing Baylog's not with me tonight. He'd probably be quite flustered with that. She does make the second. Makes it 28-5. Addison Connolly will check back in for the final 90 seconds of the half. 28-5 the score. Again, just fast ball movement by Mapleton. And as I say, they turn it over for the 7th time, but still, running back, the speed of this team, the cardio, I'm very impressed with. But most of these girls, kind of like what we see with the Clear Fork Colts, a lot of soccer players out there, so they're used to running constantly, and it helps on the basketball floor as well.
Yeah, excellent stamina for this team all the way around, and they don't really have a first gear. They kind of start in second and then make their way and their adjustments from that point.
Hellickson, she'll try a 3. She'll drain a 3.
Yeah, she's really starting to heat up right now. A Baker's dozen points. I think she's got the last 7 in a row right now for the Lady Mounties.
She's got 13. It's 31-5. Final 50 seconds of the half. You can see more from Miss Hellickson tomorrow on the Joe Show. He'll go around the arena with her. Open 3 on the other end. Bit off the mark, and guess who with the rebound? Audrey Hellickson.
Yeah, really a premier leader on this squad. They don't have a ton of seniors out here, but Audrey certainly, she's shining tonight, and another clean look.
Heat check. Offensive board put back good. Addison Hess.
Yeah, she's double figures now. They've got 23 combined so far of the 33. And what a show they put on at the Cougars Den when I saw them last week. They combined for 50+.
Final 3 seconds. Got to get a shot off. Heave at the buzzer. Got it!
Banger.
So if anything, that's a Moser 3 at the buzzer. Both field goals by Northwestern here today have come from behind the arc. And that'll do it for the first half. So a little bit of life from Northwestern at that 3. However, they still trail 33-8 at the break. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the halftime report after this, live and free on a Tuesday night.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Ooh. Hey, Joe. You're late. Ever since Joe joined our crew, everybody's really been paying attention to all the little details. The meeting doesn't start for 5 minutes.
Not without a warm-up. You got to get better every day when you're in here. Now let's get after it. That's better. All right.
Yes, Coach.
Pick up the pace. Let's pick up the pace and keep working here. All right?
Having a Hall of Fame coach around really has helped our crew with time management.
24-second violation.
Joe, it always takes a minute.
Take a lap.
Hey, Travis.
What's up, Ski?
Hey, there's something on the copier. You go grab that for me?
Sure. Yeah,
Thanks,
I got you. Man, guy can't do anything for himself. So lazy. Unbelievable.
What is that?
What's going on
That's a
here?
technical foul. You don't talk back to an official like that.
Wait, who's the ref? What's going?
Hey, I don't want any more lip. Get out of here and run some laps. Now go.
Okay.
Move it.
Jeez.
There's no letdown. Every day you got to get a little bit better. So let's get after it. All right. Let's have a break here. On 3, OH report.
What else do with this? 1, 2, 3.
Ever since Joe's joined the team, our setup has gotten a lot faster. And I've been able to cancel my gym membership.
Dude, why are you checking the mic like that?
Joe's here today, and I'm not getting another 3-second call in the paint.
Huh? Come on, Brian, let's pick up the pace a little bit. That's better, that's better. Adam, that's good. That's really good, Adam. That's really good. No, don't lose the dribble. Berardi. What is that kind of a dribble is that? I mean, that's the slowest dribble I've ever seen. Come on. We got to work harder at this. We got to get after it, fellas. All right, you guys take a break. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Keep working, Travis. You might make the JV team. I don't know. 1, 2, 3.
OH report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing?
Blue 41! Hut! Jory! I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, Coach.
Do it again.
Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Berardi! Get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, Coach.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Northeast Ohio Accounting. Personal and business tax and business consulting. Over 30 years experience along with accounting, business, and tax law degree. Call us today at 330-464-9646. Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Studio 42 Hair and Nails, Ashland's premier beauty destination, offering a wide range of services including hair, natural hair, nails, massage, color, and hair. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free from Mapleton High School tonight. Some highlights of the first half, and then we'll be back with the halftime report brought to you by Northeast Ohio Accounting. here inside the Northeast Ohio Accounting Halftime Report. Your score at the break, Mapleton 33, Northwestern 8. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skoronski and Ski. I hate to say it for Northwestern fans, but this was pretty much as we expected. A very solid defensive game so far by the Lady Mounties. They were able to get it going offensively at the end, but hey, they did have a bright spot for Northwestern, a 3 right before the half, but still a big hole they got to dig themselves out of.
Yeah, I think 8 points to them, probably not a huge surprise. That's about half of what they averaged so far for the season. Meanwhile, Mapleton slightly above where they're normally at halftime, and Audrey Hellickson, great performance there in the first half. She's got 13 of the 33, winning in the battle of the boards and doing what they do best, and that is just putting a little bit of fear into your opponent when they have the basketball. The full court pressure is there, and I need to analyze it a little bit more. It's like a 1-3-1. It does look like it's tough to dissect. Kind of a different look every other time down the floor for them, just in terms of how they're attacking.
Yeah.
But with this big lead, I wonder if they're going to start funneling in some of the younger players here early and maybe just sit back, play a little bit of half-court defense. It'll be unique to see here as the Huskies come out with a new look and look like they're trying to trap all over the floor.
Got to do something. Might as well change things up. You're down 33-8. Why not? That's all I got to say. Why not? And they get nearly a turnover, and they do. So, hey, perfect execution there. Getting the trap, forcing the overthrow, and now they'll get the ball back down a lot.
And as I mentioned in that first half, just as well as Mapleton does a great job of forcing turnovers from their opponents, they can be a little bit careless with the basketball.
Yeah.
You saw it right there. Weren't quite expecting the trap to come out. Not a great pass to Addison. She tips it out of bounds. And now it's Northwestern basketball. An opportunity to get the first points here of the third quarter. And who knows, man, confidence is a crazy thing. It might start to swell as we get a great take and a couple of free throws for Nicole coming up. I love her weaving through traffic here, going straight to the cup.
Yeah, good back screen. Nobody coming over to shut her off, so she just weaves her way through, and it will be the first foul against Aubrey Hess. As the free throw woes continue here at Mapleton High School.
And something about this end, we've seen 2 air balls. That was nearly an air ball as well. She is able to get her second point of the night right there.
Yeah, 21 turnovers for Northwestern in the first half compared to only 7 by Mapleton, and Mapleton out rebounding Northwestern 16-9. Low rebounding totals because of the high turnover totals. Hess with the 3, short, and a one-and-done rebound there by Lacey Butler. She's having trouble after she gave it to Troyan. It'll be a jump ball, but it will stay with Northwestern right here.
I thought maybe a bit of a quick whistle here. I mean, Hess has her hand kind of on the basketball, but the Husky player was able to rip it away. So kind of unfortunate for them to have to give up the jump ball, but they do keep the possession.
Here's Connolly, one of the 4 seniors on the team. Into the corner now to Butler. Butler closely guarded, but somehow gets it away to Connolly. Into the lane, kind of got deflected, goes out of bounds, and it's another turnover off the block. It's good hands, though. Played there by Beecher. Stuck with her, didn't foul, just a little swat of the ball, goes off the offensive player out of bounds, gets the turnover. Just underway, second half, 33-9 to score. Hess, corner 3. 5th 3 of the night for Mapleton. It's 36-9.
Just a really pure shooting stroke, and she seems to really favor those corners. When she gets clean looks from there, forget about it. Addison Hess heating up. Solid three-point shooter. She's got 25 makes now on the season.
Foul on the double team as Hess, or Hellickson, I should say, called for the foul. It's only her second, though. Conley into the corner, and Butler deflected out of bounds. So we were talking during the break, taking a look at that Northeast District RPI rankings. It's split into 1. The Northwestern District is just crazy because there's 7 different types of brackets, but I don't know if they're brackets, if it's districts, I don't know. That 3's off the mark, 1 and done. But Mapleton's sitting pretty good at number 11 out of 36. If they can get into that top 6, they'll have a good path to a district.
Yeah, certainly a lot still to be decided over the second half of the season for them. Big games on the way. 3 of them in a row are going to be on the road after this, Travis. But what you love so much, how about Mama's cooking 5 straight games after that to close out the regular season? They've got some tough ones in there, but 5 in a row here on the outskirts of Ashland. That's a really awesome schedule if you're a Mapleton fan.
And for you Mounties fans, we'll have the South Central game, the Tri-Way game, and what could be for at least a share of the Firelands Conference as they'll host New London. Hess with the steal. Hess gets fouled, and she should be heading to the line for free throws.
Little Addison on Addison contact right here, and kind of a in-between contact right there. She went hip to hip, wasn't quite sure exactly what Hess was going to do with the basketball. The mark of a good offensive player. Earns herself a trip to the free throw line, and I already commented on just how pure the shooting stroke is. She has awesome rotation, high release, and just a sophomore too. So that Addison's going to continue to grow a lot as an offensive weapon.
And for the first time tonight, we have somebody going 2 for 2 from the line. Makes it a 29-point game, 38-9.
Makes her the leading scorer right now in the competition as well with 15 points, 28 combined with her and Audrey Hellickson.
And those are your 2 leading scorers, both at averaging about 15 and 14, so they're right around their averages. And here comes Audrey trying to take that lead back, but great block. No, they're going to call a foul. At first, I thought it was a clean block there by McConahay, but a little bit too much of the arm of the body. And back to the line will go Audrey Hellickson.
Yeah, looks like the proper call there on our Studio 42 replay. Caught her on probably both wrists right there. And Audrey, just a really cerebral player. You see it attacking the passing lane, and she forces a lot of her own fast breaks.
And we're going to get a timeout by the Huskies.
Third timeout taken. Oh, no, excuse me. That's Mapleton's burn 3.
Yeah,
First by Northwestern tonight?
I have it the wrong way.
Okay.
I got to reset that, but it's...
Yeah, I don't think Mapleton spent one.
No, they have not. They have not needed to.
Yeah.
Anyways, I adjust that.
Yeah, I'll tell some stories.
Yeah,
try to keep the audience entertained here. Big week coming up on the OH Report. A lot of basketball games. We put out our schedule on Sunday for you guys. We get quite a few comments in our private chats on our social media. What games are you covering this week? So if you're curious what's still to come this week on the OH Report, we have a full list of all the games that we posted on Sunday on every single platform as that swirls out toilet bowls away and keeps Audrey sitting on 14 points so far for the night. And notice right now, Savannah's over on the bench, did not start the game on the floor. And she was a little high energy in terms of maybe lost her cool once or twice out there. Not sure if that has anything to do as she's going to check in right now. But she was certainly the one player that seemed to not really be that fazed by the pressure from Mapleton.
Yeah, she was one of the best ball handlers out there for Northwestern. As we say that, they turn it right back over. Into the lane, easy layup, put back up and in. Hellickson.
Yeah, the younger addition right there, able to split both defenders. Went straight to the cup. Her first bucket of the night.
41-9 now the score is 3 points away from this becoming a running clock. Errant shot there, won't drop. Here comes Hellickson. Ooh, almost double dribble, but lost the handle. It's picked up by Smith. And we're going to get a foul. Oh, it's kind of wrapped around the head there.
And that's actually going to be the 3 on it. Third foul on Emily. So she's going to check out. We'll also see Aubrey Hess head over to the sideline for a bit. And we'll get some fresh faces into the mix now here for Mapleton.
Taylor Carpenter checking in for
Kendall
them.
Ramey as well up top.
Midway point, quarter 3. Mapleton's held Northwestern to 1 point so far in this quarter. Triple team, nice kick back out. Carpenter gets the 2. Nice looking shot for her. The first 2 of the night for Northwestern, 41-11.
Take offense any way that you can get it tonight. Hasn't been a problem for Mapleton, inside, outside. Been able to find the looks that they want. And Banks open baby here late. 25 knocks down her first shot attempt of the night.
That was on Taylor Carpenter. The shot short. Looks like Chloe Hardesty will check in after this free throw if it goes through, and she will. Seven of 15 now from the line tonight. You know, coaches are always finding one stat, one thing to say, hey, we need to work on this. Well, Coach Hess right now, if this finishes out the way it's going, will say the free throws need to be adjusted. So that's a good job. Into the lane, composed for Kara Graham to make it 42-13.
Yeah, she also converting on her first shot attempt so far here of the night. So both her and Carpenter cashing in on their opportunities. That's buried as well. Good looking shot for Peyton fresh off the bench.
Fry from the free throw line. That one, though, counts for 2. It's 44-13 with 3 minutes left in the third. Carpenter gets it inside, just an errant shot. Nearly dropped still, but into the hands of Mapleton. Hellickson slowing things down, gets it to her sister. Kenzie into the quarter, the Hardesty. Once again trying to get an open shot against the zone. Beautiful pass to get to the middle. I think Fry should have taken the shot there. Selfless player she is, trying to get the extra pass, but she was wide open where she just hit a shot. Could add another attempt.
The extra pass, not always the right move. If you've got a good look, most coaches going to tell you we want them every time. And Audrey, again, creating her own fast break. Right hand, and she able to put it in.
46-13. 24th Northwestern turnover.
Just a really impressive player, number 2 for Mapleton. And coming back from injury, I love her story and just everything that she's put in to build herself back up and get the confidence.
Yeah.
The conversation that I had with her after the win against Crestview, took a while for her to really feel like she could rely on both legs. And here she is running the floor now, getting up and down in transition. And a one-lady just fast break. Second time tonight we've seen her get a steal and then go end-to-end.
And she'll talk more about that injury and some other things tomorrow night with Joe Baylog around the arena on The Joe Show. Stay tuned. Does Joe Baylog get a coaching position with the Browns or maybe even the Steelers? We'll find out.
I know he's been looking really hard all week. That's all he's talked about, Travis. Every text message I get from Joe is about those coaching vacancies. So I'm going to try to steer him in a new direction. And here's a new shooter in the building, Hardesty.
Hardesty has unlocked the running clock with a corner 3. 6-3 of the night for Mapleton. We talk about the defense. How about the sharp shooting as well?
Can she track it down? Did.
Ooh.
Amazing hustle that time by Hardesty after knocking down her 4th three-pointer of the season.
Left side open 3. Answer right back by Nicole Troyan. However, they have to get it under 30 for the clock to stop running. It's right now a 33-point game.
Troyan with 5 points leads everybody wearing a blue uniform so far here tonight, and they're going to stick with that 1-2 zone look and just I don't think there's really a rhyme or reason. They're just trying to trap up top and just try to create a little bit of chaos.
Hardesty tried for another 3 just off the mark. Ball's kicked around and turned right back over.
Run that back for me. Wasn't that an actual kick out of bounds?
Yeah, I think though because it was
Northwestern
kicked it, so it's a change anyway. But yeah. Missed there. That's going to be a tie-up. It'll stay, but I think Peyton was a little too open on that as we go from one replay into the other, but
and they got to get it in quick.
That won't go. There's the shot. There's the end of the quarter. And we will start quarter number 4 with a running clock as Mapleton leads this one 49-16 after 3.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Back here to start fourth quarter action. I don't think we can consider this money time. I mean, it's already been cashed. But, you can say it if you want to.
It's money
All
time
right,
here tonight in Mapleton Country, man. The Mounties, great performance. Big surge in that third quarter as they're looking to close out a rout here tonight at home.
Yeah, from Northwestern, just try and finish this game with some momentum. Get some buckets, play some good defense, see if you can win the quarter. That would be a win for you guys. A team, 4 seniors, but other than that, very young. Try and build off of something.
Yeah, most of the players contributing are going to be class of 2020. We're 2026 now?
Yeah.
So 2028.
Yeah.
They still got a ways to go in their careers. I'm having hard keeping up now at my age.
Yeah.
You know, I just flipped the calendar to age 40 now, Travis. So it's like I can't even like fathom and qualify. Like I graduated so long ago to hear 2028. Woo.
Yeah. No, it's bizarre and crazy. Hellickson stops too strong, but gets an offensive rebound by Beecher, and then we're going to get a foul underneath. But
I really like what we've seen from Beecher tonight. She's got 5 points, contributing defensively, had the block shot. She just seems to be around the basketball a lot and makes things happen. She's one of those players that at the end of the night, the box score, you know, maybe not lit up all the way around like a Christmas tree, but you noticed number 12 throughout the course of the action and comes up a little bit short, but you see trying to chase down her own miss and just always seems to be giving the extra energy and effort.
yeah, that's what you need inside. She has a little bit of the height as well, but that just completes the defensive game on one end, but then you get that extra offensive rebound. It just completes the team as a whole. And speaking of height and offensive rebounding right there, Taylor Carpenter muscles her way to get the board and free throws.
One of those class of 2028ers inside, earning some varsity minutes. And just trying to make an impact here at the end of the game. Didn't enter until the third quarter. And doing some nice things, knocked down her first shot, offensive rebounding inside. So end-of-game moments like this where the decision in terms of the W and the L have already been decided for Northwestern, there's a lot still to be gained, and I think specifically for these bench players, that nobody's really doing anything offensively all year. McKenna Conley at 3.5 points as your leader. Step up and show that maybe you've earned some more minutes moving forward, and who knows, at the end of a game like this, you might get a second quarter entry off of the bench instead.
Yeah, coaches are always watching. It doesn't matter if it's garbage time or you're up 50 points. They want hustle the whole time because you may be relied on in a crunch time situation, and a player like Kendall Ramey gets the steal there, tries the extra pass, but it'll stay. 28th turnover against Northwestern, but it's a hustle play like that. Tracking it down, didn't go out of bounds. Even though she, threw it out, as that's going to be a Beecher bucket. Took some contact, too, after the shot, but It's those plays that coaches will look for in a game like this.
Yeah, Beecher now with 7 points, having to pill herself up off of the hardwood, and one of those players, too, that we've seen down on the floor a couple of times here tonight, just trying to make a play any way she can. Thought she was about to shoot in there again. Ramey reading it.
Yeah.
As we'll get wholesale substitutions. Mounties, Coach Hess kind of seeing the writing on the wall, and he'll empty out 4 fresh bodies getting into the mix here. We'll see who they leave. Looks like it's going to be Audrey Hess.
So Audrey, as well as Hellickson, done for the night after very, very good games. That three's airballed out of bounds and back to Mapleton. (51-16) on the Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. As the reserve player is now in here, getting some quality playing time. Errant pass to Northwestern, the 11th turnover of the night.
For the Lady Mounties, too, the chance to build a little bit of depth. We saw in the junior varsity contest, 19-11 win, so get some of those players that shined out there in the JV. An opportunity here on the big stage to get their name and numbers associated in the scores book.
There's a steal taken away by Kenzie Hellickson, and knee brace came undone for a second, so the referees, no pace of play. Final 2:40 of this one. Hess gets it left side to Hellickson. There's Hardesty. Ball movement. Mapleton just playing keep away right now. Fry from the corner, short. Almost got her own rebound, but Audrey Hess does.
And Fry's a player that you're going to want to try to get a little bit closer to the basket. Only shooting 17% from the floor right now. Confidence obviously not soaring in terms of her ability to be a pure scorer. So number 3, probably her best work can be done down around the painted area. Try to get some offensive rebounds and some putbacks.
Clock continues ticking here. That's knocked out of bounds. So for Mapleton, they did what they needed to do, Brian. Just took care of business. Played very good defense like they have, and they're going to come out of here with win number 12 of the season.
Great stretch here. Just logging varsity minutes, always key, and then getting a little bit of a rest, too, for these young ladies. That they kind of empty the bucket every time they're on the floor, spend a lot of energy, so much deserved.
Final 35 seconds. That's airballed out of bounds.
Big congratulations to tonight's 50-50 winners, the McQuarrie family.
Shout out to the McCleary family, I just heard announced over the loudspeakers.
And that'll do it. They will dribble it out. And Mapleton gets win number 12. 51-16 is the final. Northwestern still looking for win number 1 of the season. Mapleton, like I said, 12th win. They're looking like a top team in the Northeast District in Division 6. We'll take a break, be back with our MVP, as well as the post game after this.
And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Ooh. Hey, Joe. You're late. Ever since Joe joined our crew, everybody's really been paying attention to all the little details. The meeting doesn't start for 5 minutes.
Not without a warm-up. You got to get better every day when you're in here. Now let's get after it. That's better. All right. That's better. All right.
Yes, Coach.
Pick up the pace. Let's pick up the pace and keep working here. All right?
Having a Hall of Fame coach around really has helped our crew with time management.
24-second violation.
Joe, it always takes a minute.
Take a lap.
Hey, there's something on the copier. You go grab that for me?
Sure. Yeah,
Thanks,
I got
bud.
you. Man, guy can't do anything for himself. So lazy. Unbelievable.
What is that?
What's going
That's
on
a
here?
technical foul. You don't talk back to an official like that.
Wait.
You might make the JV team. I don't know. 1, 2, 3.
OH report. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing?
Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into them, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, Coach.
Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Baroni, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, Coach.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
You just enjoyed live and free girls basketball on a Tuesday night. Thanks to our buddies over at Simonson Construction. From concept to completion, they help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path towards success. Northeast Ohio accounting, personal and business tax, and business consulting. And guess what? It is tax season, people. Over 30 years experience in a long line of accounting and tax law degree qualifications. Give them a call at 330-464-9646. Sutton Bank, where you can earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And also Studio 42 Hair and Nails, Ashland's premier beauty destination, where they offer a wide range of services, including hair, natural hair, nails, massage, color, and hair removal. We've got our MVP joining us now. We'll be right back. You'll hear from Emily Beecher. Now joined by the player of the game, presented by Studio 42 Hair and Nails. I feel like it's the Energizer Bunny out there, just always seems to be around the basketball, making it happen. Emily Beecher, great performance and a nice win here. Kind of an outmatched opponent, but you guys did what you needed to do. So just talk about the execution and what you're most proud of as a unit here tonight.
I think just together as a team, just working on our defense and our offense, really moving the ball and spreading out our offense the entire time and not giving up, even though the opponent, but I think just working hard the entire time and not letting ourselves get ahead of each other and just working together the entire time.
That's what really stood out to me, is that you're working hard the entire time. You always seem to be around the loose balls, getting in the passing lanes, giving up the body, got knocked down to the floor a few times tonight. Describe your role to me and what you feel like you bring to the equation night in, night out for Mapleton basketball.
I think I just pride myself on my defense and moving my feet the entire time. Sometimes I get caught up in those dumb fouls, but I think just working hard and getting back, like for my team especially, I think we all do it really well as a team. Helping the helper and really moving our feet on defense, seeing the open man, even if it's not who our man is, but just moving to get to help out the defense.
14 games so far, 12 wins for Mapleton on the season. Evaluate yourselves and where you thought you would be at this point in the year versus where you are right now.
Yeah, I think we had really high goals and standards for ourselves at the beginning of the season, like coming into it. And I think we're doing really well at that. A tough loss against Norway and New London, but we're ready for them next time, and we're working hard in practice each and every day, not looking past the current games, but always building ourselves up, pushing each other in practices, and just working our hardest every single time and every chance that we get.
You're about to go on a 3-game road stretch. At Plymouth is going to be your next game, and the next 2, of course, are going to be away from Mapleton. What do you look forward to most when you go away from the friendly confines and you get to go into enemy territory? What do you like about playing on the road?
I like it because it's just a different basket, different court. It's more like intense. We don't have all the fans here. It's a different zone that we're in, and I really like it because it gets us out of our comfort zone a little bit. It really makes us work and push for our goals.
I thought good fans here tonight. You want to give a shout out to the student section? I thought the boys really brought the juice. Really fun here tonight.
They always show up, and they're always good, even at away games.
Fantastic. Well, Emily, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We got a little tradition before we cut you loose. If you just want to look into the camera, thank anybody you want for anything.
I would like to thank God and Jesus for always giving me everything that I have in life. I would like to thank my family, my friends for always supporting me, my teammates and my coaches for always working hard and pushing us to be our best. And yeah.
That's your player of the game, Emily Beecher, presented by Studio 42. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Back here to wrap things up inside the Northeast Ohio Accounting post-game show, where it was all Mounties tonight. 51-15 palindrome. Look at that.
Oh, blew my mind.
How about that? Adam Thompson would be very happy with that score, and so are the Mounties. Just another dominant defensive performance as we take a look at the final stats, forcing 30 turnovers to their 11, out-rebounding 24-7, but they got it done defensively once again here in Mountie Town.
Yeah, we don't officially have any numbers in terms of fast break points, but they are probably around 14, I think would be my guess here tonight. So of those 30 turnovers, what they weren't able to do the last time I saw them was it would be a turnover that they would turn in to run and gun the other way. They were able to get out and fill some lanes here tonight. Obviously, Audrey Hellickson, she doesn't need any help. Typically, she's able to get into the passing lane, go coast to coast, and finish things off. 16 points for her. We saw 15 tonight for Addison Hess, and our MVP did a little bit of everything. We only had her listed at 7 points, but I thought it was the little parts of the game that really stood out, probably around 5 rebounds, block shot, couple of steals, everybody contributing here tonight. And the one evaluation that I had of Mapleton that I thought, would be a weakness for them, you see at the free throw line, 50%, that's on par for the course for them this year. So if they are going to win a close game at the end, those are going to be crucial. Didn't matter tonight, obviously, with the big 36-point blowout here, but That would be the one thing that you could maybe critique from Mapleton. Other than that, really thought they played well, got the younger kids into the game at the end, and with the older kids cheering them on from the bench. It was just an all-around Mountie-like performance. What we've come accustomed to seeing from them so far this year.
Yeah, and just balanced offensively. They can hit the three when they want to. 6 of those. So a third of their scoring, a third of their field goals coming from the three-point line, but they're also able to do it in fast break. They're also able to do it inside. Their guards, doesn't matter what size they are, they can take it into the hole. They can get to the hoop. And yeah, forcing the turnovers, just free throws, one thing, but still got a lot of season left before tournament time to get that fixed. But if they can get the free throws fixed, they're one darn complete squad.
Yeah, I think so. What really stands out, though, is that they've got 2 really dynamic playmakers, obviously, in Hess and Hellickson, and they showed it again here tonight, combining for more than 30 points. Travis and Addison probably about 5 assists on the night, equally as many rebounds. So when you have the combination of the elite defense that they possess and the playmakers, if you get great performances from both Audrey and Addison, this is going to be a really tough team to beat, and that's why they're only twice defeated so far.
And, I mean, you didn't take the fourth quarter out. It was running clock.
Yeah.
Not running clock, backups in there. That's fine. But 15-3, 18-5, 16-7, just running away. And for Northwestern, it doesn't get any easier. They're going to Waynedale in 4 days' time, where a Waynedale team that knocked off state-ranked Final Four team from a year ago, Norwayne, knocked off undefeated Ashland, who's been running over teams. So that's a tough contest for Northwestern. But for Mapleton, they get another easier test as they take on Plymouth on the road at the start of that 3-game road stretch, in which Coach Hess 2 wins away from becoming the girls basketball all-time wins leader here at Mapleton High School. It'll happen probably on the road. You know, fans would like for it to happen here, but they'll celebrate him when he gets back. They'll probably get at least 2 wins in the next 3.
They'll be a really big favorite going into Plymouth. The next game after that, at Elyria Catholic, that's a fun one for Mapleton. They've got 9 wins out of their first 12, and this is a team that you can tell that these games are fun. They're fine, whatever, but you want to play the top-tier teams to see what you're made of when you go into the tournament, because the Mounties and Coach Hess, they feel like they've got the goods to really make a run this season. And while they're not going to look ahead, I'll look ahead real quick beyond Waynedale for Northwestern. They have Towton after that, so very likely a couple of L's within the WCL. But then they get Wellington on their home floor, who's 1-12 right now. So for the Huskies, that's the one that you're looking forward to, that you feel like we've got a real shot here, ladies. Let's pull it together.
And they also have Rittman one more time as well at home, which they lost by 1. Here's some upcoming games. We just saw Northwestern Mapleton. Buckeye Valley was all over Worthington Christian as well. But then tomorrow I will be at Lucas. Plymouth takes on the Cubs. And then you'll be at Mansfield Christian. They take on Mansfield Senior, another D6 squad. Then Friday, 2 games, Crawford, Upper Sandusky, Harding at Clear Fork. And then Centerburg and East Knox on Saturday. That could be an interesting game in the KMAC, as East Knox at Centerburg knocked them off. As for the boys' side of things, congratulations to the Golden Knights knocking off Centerburg tonight. Crestview St. Paul also will be on Thursday, and then 1 game Friday, Grandview Heights at Buckeye Valley. That's going to be an interesting matchup. And then 3 games on Saturday. I thought 4, but yeah, we have the Martin Luther King game on Sunday.
Yeah, we got a couple actually.
Perrysburg, Big Walnut, also Westerville North will be playing in that one. So some good matchups coming your way here on the OH Report. So let's get on out of here. Any final words, Mr. Skronsky, before we get out of here?
Congratulations to the Lady Mounties. You thought that you had a team coming into the season, and health has held up, and now you're checking the boxes. 3 straight wins now, bouncing back after their lone conference loss against New London, and they're right there in the mix where they want to be. 7-1 right now within the Firelands, and another shot at pretty much everybody within the league here still to come. So they control their own destiny. Very impressed with what we've seen from this team, and I'm looking forward to the Firelands girls end of year showdowns between the New Londons and Western Reserve. I think is starting to come along a little bit here too. There's a few teams at the top that are going to be fun to see how it all shakes out.
And we will have that for you here on the OH Report. I want to thank everybody who helped make things possible. Welcome back, Desmond. back on the camera once more. He's here for the rest of the year. Desmond, congratulations and welcome to the OH Report. Once again,
just a one-man.
just Desmond.
You know what? We're not going to put last names for Desmond.
No.
He's just going to be Desmond for us all year. That's how it's going to be.
All of our sponsors as well here today. Want to thank the fine folks at Northeast Ohio Accounting, Simonson Construction Services, Studio 42 Hair and Nails, Sutton Bank, and Mechanics Bank. Want to thank the fine folks here at Mapleton for allowing us to be here, as well as the OHSAA for allowing us to stream these games to you live and free tonight. That'll do it. Mapleton 12-2 on the season. They roll Northwestern. For Desmond, for Brian, I'm Travis, saying so long from Ashland.